Chris Middleton, Rudy Gobert, Quinn Cook, what is one thing these players have in common? They played in the NBA G League. The NBA G League, formerly known as the NBA D League, is the minor league basketball association for the NBA. Players can get assigned to the G League from their parent NBA team or sign G League contracts with G League teams. But what's an assignment player? An assignment player is a player who plays/practices with that minor league team that they've been assigned to, while they still have a spot on the NBA team that they play for. Most players who play in the G League are rookies, NBA vets, returning players, or players who are on a tryout. Wait, but you can try out to play in the G League? Absolutely. There are many players who pay a tryout fee just to try out for a G League team. And there have been some very successful tryout stories, like Jonathan Simmons, David Nwaba, and Alfonso McKinney. But tryout players aren't the only players in the G League. There are players on a two-way contract. But what exactly is a two-way contract? Two-way contracts allow an NBA player with 3 or less years of NBA experience to play up to 45 days in the NBA while the rest of the time is in the G League, and they could get called up at any time. But what's a call-up in the G League? A call-up is when a player in the G League joins an NBA team. Is there another way to get a call-up in the NBA? Yes, one being a 10-day contract, where after the midpoint of the season, any NBA team could sign any player to a contract which lasts 10 days. The player can only sign 2 10-day contracts with the same team, and it's up to the team to decide if they want to keep the player or not. Another way a player can get called up is by getting called up earlier in the season, before the midpoint of the G League season, where they would be on a non-guaranteed or a multi-year deal with the NBA team. How does an NBA team evaluate if that player deserves a call-up? In the winter, during the G League season, there's the NBA G League Showcase. The NBA G League Showcase dictates to teams the skills and abilities that players have in a series of G League tournament games. At the G League Showcase, all teams are present. But exactly how many teams are there? As of the 2018 to 2019 NBA G League season, there are currently 27 G League teams. Not all G League teams are owned by an NBA club. Some G League teams are actually owned by a local company in their area. In the NBA, there are 30 teams, so not every NBA team has its own G League affiliate. So what happens when that NBA team without a G League affiliate assigns a player to the G League? The NBA G League will identify any NBA G League team willing to accept the assigned player. The assigning independent NBA team will then choose the destination for assigning that player to the team. If no NBA G League team is willing to accept the assigned player, he will be assigned to one of the hybrid affiliate teams pursuant to a lottery. Wait, there's a lottery? Very similar to the NBA, the G League has a draft as well, but it's also different than the NBA's. Both drafts have a lottery system where the worst team in the NBA or the NBA G League has the highest odds at winning the number 1 pick in the upcoming draft. However, in the G League, there are a total of 6 rounds, as the NBA has only 2. The first 4 in the G League are mandatory rounds, the last 2 are optional rounds. Are there any other differences when it comes to the G League and the NBA? Unlike the NBA, players aren't bound to their G League contract and can leave whenever they want. When it comes to players entering the G League, when they have entered, they then are put into a free agency pool where a G League team can pick them up on a waiver wire. Also in the NBA G League are coaches' challenges, where a coach can challenge a questionable call made by the referees, where the referees will then review that call. Being a player in the NBA G League isn't easy. G League players' average salary per year is $35,000 to $275,000 per year. It takes a lot of hard work and endless bus rides to different places throughout the country, but they have one goal only: to make it to the NBA.